Hey, you don't make me power. Now, Obama me born in Kakra. Now you say, when you consider. You need to understand the things that works. And there are some of you, the men, the things that you have used on other women that it has worked. You think it will work on this one. Listen to me. All the penis look the same, but the vagina are never the same. All penis are sharp with a cap. But the vagina walls have different grades. One of the most expensive commodities God created is the vagina. Because you can chop this girl in Accra, 1,000 Ghana cedis. 2 weeks time, you hear that the same vagina is carried to Dubai. They're paying $5,000. Shinkomi and price tag on vagina. You got to chop. There are people who don't chop. In the studio, after the man giving $5,000, the man started and then I said, okay, take your money. I'm not in the mood. Or so, and the lady said, no, I'm going. You will do it. I have taken the money, but you have to do. What did you bring me here for? And the big man started crying. I say I won't do. I say I won't do. I won't do. And he started calling the driver. Kafui! Kafui, where Kafui went, boss is down. Take her out. What's the matter? Say, I'm go. Your boss say he won't do. I don't know why he brought me here. He has given me the money. Is he using me for rituals? He will do. He will do. Big man is crying. I say I will do. You know why? Because all of a sudden the penis is gone. It's not coming. Your penis, you can lose erection not because someone that will do you. One of the painful things is that it's easy for the penis to erect when it is not ready for use. But when they need it for as soon, then it's now misbehaving. Hey, I don't know if you've met a flaccid penis that you want to use and it's not coming before. It's very irritating. Women will tell you. It's so painful. And I feel pity for women, especially. Every day I say that I look at my wife, I say, hey, so you left your father's house to come and live with me for this. Are you not tired? Would you go back to your father's house? You know, I say everything because you're living with a man like that, Charlie. One day you get up and the penis have stopped working. But unfortunately, in the design of God, the vagina goes off in the lifetime of a woman. But the penis doesn't go off till the man dies. Did you hear the scientific? So a man's penis is still active till death, but the vagina walls can shed off. As for menopause, it's another thing one day we'll have opportunity to discuss with the women. It's painful when you have menopause and you have flashes, Charlie. There are times that your vagina calls for sexual intercourse, and at that time, the old man is not available. It's painful. So this thing called sex is used by the vagina. So we have genitals. It's related to a human being. It's an organ. We have the male and the female genital. The female genital and the male genitals are not the same. But if you look at it, it's very, very simple. There are only two things that every man will see. He says the male and the female genital organ. The male genital system consists of both external and then internal. And the penis is very, very simple. One of the most complicated anatomy that you can ever memorize to draw is the vagina. But the penis is very simple. But remember, it's a spongy tissue and can get broken. I don't know how many men here have felt that we have something we call penile fracture. It's painful than any. Have you ever experienced it before? You can decide not to lift your hand because maybe it was not with your wife. It happened somewhere else, casualty. They came again because you are warning, but you've lifted your hands in your heart. How many of you have broken any man's penis before? Not deliberately, but you not saying, and you ended up in the hospital. The penis can get broken. So those of you who like the sit-up, one of the painful things for men is that when a woman is doing something that you don't like, you can't say stop. Because when you pull back, as if you are excited, when you are pulling back, then they are coming forward. So, and Ajish is a sound that is adopted during sexual intercourse. So awi could be painful, but awi could still be nice. Because uti awi, fuck me hard. Awi. So there are communication therapy that keeps you going even when it comes to sex. But we use organs for sexual intercourse. And what are the two main organs we use for sexual intercourse? Is the penis and then the vagina. Know how the penis looks. Simple. It's two things. It says that the internal male genitalia include this. That is what you see. You know, how many of you have held a penis before? Hey, sorry. How many of you have seen a penis before? You can just show by finger. You've seen a penis before. Hey. How many of you here have seen a penis before? 1, 2. Oh, then I think this seminar is for the wrong people. Because what we are doing for them is actually not helping. At your age, you've not seen a penis before. I didn't say you heard it. Have you seen it? Mommy, you said something. I like your message. You say
you could have brothers at home.
So you've seen your brother's penis before. Say it is still a penis. So how many of you have seen a penis before? Now you've understood. Okay, so how many of you have held penis before? 1.
Oh, never.
I went to a seminar like that too. It was for women fellowship and men fellowship. And when I asked, how many of you have held penis before? Then there was one woman sitting there. Now what's up? Got to move that. I said, "Some in Cassia would you?" So, in gatherings like this, you want to answer well before we close on 21. But let me tell you one of the things that I always say I'm grateful to my mother. When I grew up and I realized that I have the best sperm and I have a good penis in life, I thank my mother. Do you know why? We have people now in the hospital whose testicles are missing. We are looking for it. Hey, and let me educate you as a medical person. If you have a son here, a maximum every 72 hours when you're bathing for the child, check if the 2 testes are there. What did them kind of? Oh, about Bema, Nananum, you the grandmothers too, you keep the children. Who drive about Frana? Menka says, romancino, but look for the testes. Just say, because medically, there are some that are be Niemshina, Eco, Obidia Qua, and baby. Oh, yes. Ebe show her ember when you be atna and one. And I'm more now same point there now we don't have those challenges of the penis not working again because usually I'll come and show you the penis. What makes the penis very, very strong, you know? Kitty be a that kote a chet, one kote dano. I'm so moody. I may describe it. And then I'm got about Chamberlain Cotima. The only say, I want it to a channel and the Maya Bema. That's what it is. The penis is supposed to be rough, it's not supposed to be smooth. And the penis is not supposed to be straight, it's supposed to always go. So when So a woman rushed one time and brought a child to the hospital and was like, I have a problem with my son. He's 12, but I realized that any time in the morning he wakes up and his penis is erected, then it's going this way. It's not going straight. I said, have you seen the father's son before? Hey, no. I mean, a woman who has married a husband for 29 years. At a seminar, I asked that, have you heard your husband? I said, never. On so little for 29 years. What's the age? And to be say, who didn't need to? One friend, she wanted that from Hosa. On so put their shame. Christopher Ma, Moses Musuman, Christopher Bema, Moses San. Nature, Yankupon, and Shishe. The best sexual people should be Christians. So the organs must be kept well. So look at this one. What do you see? Oh, can you? I mean, please. What do you see? What do you see? So this happens to be the anatomy of the woman. This place is the anus. It's not part of it because we've turned it. But you see how the vagina is. Look at the part. Plenty. You see how it is. But there's only one place that the penis will enter. You see how it looks like. Now, every part there plays a role. And this is also to educate the rest of you here. If you get up in the morning once a while as a woman, look at the way your vagina is. Put a mirror down, a young girl, and see if everything is there. You are in this country. There's a case of mine that we have to look for money to do surgery. She has grown to age 30. There's no space. The small one or the Johnson menstruating now, so onim say a say 30 years. I think you go be in the because it will check color. There is a particular smell that must come from your vagina. Medically, it's believed that the vagina must have an onion-like smell. And you want say, Jane, me boa. Wa fansa shaho. Obi amba. Because etolibia and a baby bi wo so etolibia obi nim se ne twebon na ukọ na akotafre na ebon men kasa eyanim guase ba utu wenu fi wo ebon na kofi na no obeka nice way of communicating. Enyen tokwa. So tomorrow we'll learn foreplay. I'm ending my lecture here. But tomorrow we'll learn foreplay. The vagina is sweet because it's neat. Hear the last word. I said the vagina is sweet because it's neat. So we'll discuss what is a neat vagina. When your vagina is sweet, there's no vagina that is sweet on earth. If a man says, do you know what I mean? You are neat. That's all. I tell you, Shevenede. Kwati we Jimmy o. Ubet me di na she ha. Ubet ha. That's why I said that one of the most disgraceful organs is the penis. The penis doesn't need your vagina to make noise. If you like, hold it like this in your hand. Just by holding. And the moment the way we are not say, how they are trying the part. And yes, it means you are neat because what we dig be what they no one to all effort. Who display maybe a fool. A guy walked to the hospital and said he's feeling that there is niti wenye tialia, niti mubong, and now they say he was having a mental problem. So they referred him to me, and then we started talking. Who said that? I said, Masa, me say, me say, and I say, fit that bank, name this out. Best 1 week or 2 weeks. No, my yes, I am. My used to be able to say to boy and income. Oh, a girl. Me and Gassam knew be a Gassam girl, but me will be a man that can come say, okay. Now, uncle phobia. I say, hey, give me quit ye me get because Dana, what a friend I say, oh, 1 hour can you? One day, a child born if you come see the back crowd. Hygiene is very important. Hygiene is very, very important. Tomorrow I'll teach you how to clean your vagina after wee. I'll teach you how to wash your vagina. But in case you don't come tomorrow, know that the vagina can only be washed with clean water and nothing else. I say what? And if you wee clean. O Johnson, I did a bomb we ask me a bean, me Johnson born same bean. If I can ease myself here, give you a few minutes, the next 3 days, I will bomb you. But let me urinate here right now. A bit bonsa. So when you don't shave your vagina, you smell. And baby be me, yes, you pay me, everything, but to what say you be born here. Child of God, live a balanced life. Be a member of Prayer Palace. Say akua, say all the tongues. But when it comes to sex, let's have good sexual intercourse with men and women. As you hear me today, whatever is your challenge that you know is the reason why you cannot perform well in bed, seek for help. Pray, but seek for help. You are young. You are a young guy. You are not 30 years. But look at your penis. It doesn't erect in the morning. Every morning, every man needs 11 erections before the close of the day. Oh yes, when we talk about a man, you need 11 erections. A woman needs 7 clitoral cake. So, a man needs that erection 11 times. But the one that is used, that gives you long life, is the one that we call the morning glory. And about 2 between 3, 4, and upon you have to thank God. I thank you that this thing is still working. Me, there are times that my penis doesn't erect, and I ask God, have I done anything wrong? Why is this thing not erecting? Because you don't have to joke with it. Neatness. People say it's next to godliness, but I'm saying that when it comes to the neat vagina, you live long, because men will love what they eat. Because foreplay is not when you are blowing hair. Tomorrow I'll teach you what the clitoris was created for. The whole body, the only reason why the clitoris was created is for licking. And your money, so when you're a baby, you need, I'll do touch my boom. Question time.
All right, so we'll leave room for questions. They come forward and they ask a question. Come on, please.
Thank you very much.
Welcome very much. You can ask questions on behalf of your friends, actually.
So we do 3 for now, okay? We have 3 questions and the answers there.
Okay, so the questions here are, what are the mistakes men and women do on their first date?
What are the mistakes men and women do on their first date? Yeah. They talk too much, and all they say is nothing. Okay,
and then please, what are some of the things to do with your spouse at night that don't involve sex?
Nothing. Oh, nothing. Because people ask me, what do we do last before we sleep? Should we have sex before we sleep or pray before we sleep? Look, do we pray before we have sex? Or have sex after prayer? Which one do you think will work for you? Yeah, do ye. Yeah, do ye panka. Sex is worship. Tomorrow I explain to you, it's worship and good prayer. So the last thing you do, they don't know actually. But spouses, they know what they do.
Okay, please. The next one is, what are some of the kinds of sex in marriage?
Tomorrow I will show you the kinds of sex. There's nothing called marriage sex. Sex is sex. As a matter of fact, sex was not created for the marriage. Sex was created for the sexually active with self-control. If sex was created for the married, like my penis will erect only when I'm married. But just scripture from Genesis to Revelation, you need to have self-control to manage it. 12 years the penis is erected. So what you use it for? I have a destination. My destiny is lying in my destination. So in my transition, I won't make babies. I won't have sex. So you get into my sexuality and worry. And then people say, why they say, oh, do worry? One of the most boring things on earth is marriage. There's nothing you can do to change it. Me, I always tell my wife, you need to have friends. If you marry a woman who doesn't have friends, it's painful. If you have women who are church, it's headache. You can't even do a surprise party for them. BBR just over. Sorry, next question.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Or you can ask questions on behalf of those who didn't come. They send it to you like the lady read. It's not her own. These are questions that they sent to her. Madame Fobi say, Obi. Madame Fobi say, why have questions there?
No, yes.
But what's happening there?
Okay, we have 2 minutes coming.
So come here. Is here. Come. Is here. Any question from the floor? Or ask questions on behalf of your friends. What is it? Why? Who are you afraid of? Sister, come. A friend of mine. Oh, come. A friend of mine went for funeral recently, and when we were choosing girls, she decided to choose a girl who has plenty breasts. When they went in, he was able to fire. What happened? He says immediately he opened the thing and he was trying to go to the nipple, then feel lactating mother. Son, I want to ban the fear of baby.
This is from Emily. She says, I wish I met that buffalo one you're talking about.
The buffalo penis.
The buffalo one.
I've been film committee. Who you have buffalo penis?
Until that, I love this man.
Thank you. Love him in Bude. I'm going to move on.
That's what you want to you. Then Amma says, my love for counselor has gone up.
Don't worry, send an application to be a second wife. Application for a second wife. Ask your question. Yes.
Okay. So please, I wanted to ask a question that you were talking about neatness.
Yes.
So as a lady, you keep yourself neat and all that for your partner.
Yes.
And eventually, your partner will still cheat. So
Cheat.
yes.
Cheating is part of marriage.
So if it is part of marriage, then I want to ask, the lady cheating is also fine, right?
Are you not married?
No, I'm not married.
So if you see, one of the things we have to learn, and I'm saying this with a lot of heavy hearts for women, because women believe that there are some things they can do to keep their husband, not even me. There's nothing my wife can do to keep me. The reason why I have not cheated yet is because I've not gotten the opportunity. Because cheating is expensive. And in our dispensation, my father's son, cheating was cheap. Because you can finish, you can graduate at all levels and you can get a woman cheating with you. But this time, the woman you want to cheat with is having a master's degree. Maybe I'm go cheating ground. I mean, I don't like sex in this Bojua hotel. Campisky, room 72, they have 4 beds. And there are 13 pillows. So girl nanga say we book baby odo ko eti. Hey, echo when you nyampa o nyankopon hu odin. So there's nothing you can do. Most of you believe that if I give him neat sex, if he's within my time, that no, he won't cheat. No. It's a decision to cheat or not to cheat. Because cheating is reserved for the married. If you are not married, you can't cheat. Cheating is only recognized when there's a commitment in relationship. And by law, traditional marriage, legal marriage, or Mohammedan marriage. So when you are doing talking jolly, and my boyfriend cheated on me. No, please. Leave it for us. We have the right to cheat. Tomorrow I'll tell you the type of women in our life. So your husband, you can have sex with your husband in room 7. Your main house, your master bedroom. Oh yeah, honey, thank you so much. I enjoy you. Ubedrin say be or call herself akodino. Continue nyam. And you go see ade ba na me boy ekot. Maybe I didn't be she ade ni age. So my dear, keep that thing out of your head. Be a wife and never think that when you cheat, I will cheat. Me, I tell people, if anybody sleeps with my wife, it will never affect me. And I say this thing, and family won't. It doesn't mean I don't love my wife. When you come and meet, I ask you, when you come and meet somebody having sex with your wife in your house, what will you do? He says, I will kill you. Kill who? Your wife opened the door for somebody to come inside, not break the door, and you go and meet the person you want to fight. You go to someone. A man called me from someone prison, counselor. I want to ask for advice. In someone prison, what's the advice? a young man was having something to do with my wife, and I went to beat him up, and I've been locked 7 years. I hear when my wife is coming to give me food, he drives my wife to the place. What should I do? I get what I'm talking about? So don't have that rivalry mentality. If you think the marriage is not good for you, walk away and be free. If you divorce, it is not a sin. It's another topic for another day. Yes,
question here. Please, is there a particular sport for a man? Is there a particular sport a man must hit?
Yes. But the sport a man must hit usually is designed by the woman. It's not everybody that missionary will cause them to come. Tomorrow we'll do the last part of position for sexual intercourse. Missionary is where you are hitting. But even when you're having sexual intercourse, tomorrow I'll bring the police model tomorrow. And I'll tell you how the police must go and do missionary. Because missionary, every woman must get excited when they are doing missionary sexual position. You know missionary? Those of you who know missionary, wave to the Lord.
Wait.
So there are positions that you get, and one of the things you don't have to do is to tell a man he wants to sleep with you. As for me, if you press my nipple, I come early. It's wickedness. Because once they tell you if you press my nipple, I come early. When you start, no, hold the nipple, then they come. Like a few other one time said, me when you're having sex with me, there's nothing you do for me to come. But once I hold my clitoris like this, I come. It means that you are useless when you're having sex. It's an insult. That means when I'm sleeping with you, what I'm doing is nothing. But when you touch your clit, you come. It means that you have been masturbating. Anybody here who is masturbating, I warn you, stop. It is madness. Can you tickle yourself and laugh? Can you do this? Can you? Hello, can you tickle yourself and laugh? So how then can you hold your own penis? Kiss some concert party. There is a few minutes. Stop masturbating. It is better to masturbate than to give yourself up to someone. Don't worry. For now, you think it's better for you to masturbate than to give yourself for somebody to chop you. Don't worry. The very day you get a legitimate penis, you won't have any feeling because your sweetness is in your own hands. Stop masturbating. People are telling them, clinically it's madness. You can't stimulate your own penis and come. Jimmy.
Any other question, please?
Last question. What is a healthy relationship? What is a healthy relationship? Specifically, this question says, some time ago I will answer in a certain way, but right now I've come to believe that a healthy relationship is the relationship you know is healthy.
Counselor, someone is asking, how do you handle a man who is mommy's son?
Mommy's son?
Yes.
How do you handle a man who is mommy's son? It depends on who you are in the life of a mommy's son. Let me give you an example with me and my mom. Anytime we are going to visit my mom, do you know what mom will do? He will call me. Mini ho hambo no buy ye. Do you know what I do first? It's unfortunate my wife is around, I'm saying this thing. But do you know what I do? Immediately I mute the phone or I tell her, "Much about." Do you know what I do? I ask my wife, "Oba you home?" Oh, that. You know the next thing I do to my mother? Into. That's how wicked marriage is. I'm not fool. But the fact is that immediately my mother says she's going to cook banku for me. I'm going there with my wife. My wife says she won't eat the banku. So me too, I won't eat. I won't go and sit down there and eat the banku. And my wife will not eat. Me no any. Any no get home will let they get done. But I mean the banku and copy. I mean low. Me now want no ye. Hey. My wife will tell you that because look, before I got married, I made my mother felt like I'm no more his son. Every week he will prepare stew and bring it to me. And about 8 months to my marriage, I stopped her from cooking and bringing. Decision. It was not woman, so that you won't stop when you marry and say, okay, I was visiting my mom every week. Immediately before I realized marriage was coming, I stopped. She will call me, I won't go. And let me tell every woman here, including my wife, any woman who has a son is a future troublesome mother-in-law, including my wife.
We take the last one.
Last question, there we go. But a woman, never think that your mother-in-law can love you like the son. It's the biggest mistake. I told my wife, anytime you become a friend to my mother, I will divorce you.
That one is true.
I don't understand. You are an in-law. Remain as an in-law. When we go to a family house, my wife will sleep and my sister will fetch water for her to bath. Yes. My wife wears nice dress and we go to my mother's house. She goes and greets. Good afternoon, ma. Do you know where she's supposed to go and sit? The sitting room. What is she going to do in the kitchen? What is she going to do in the kitchen? Is that her kitchen? And they are telling you lies. Hey, if I lose my accommodation and I carry my wife to my mother's house, she's an inconvenience to my mother. My mother is not a witch, but she has become an inconvenience. You can't use my mother's kitchen. Who born dog? The same way when my mother comes to our house and she wants anything in our kitchen, she has to go through my wife. So when my mother visits us, she doesn't do anything. Who will serve her? So why would my wife serve my mother in her house? And she'll go to her house. If you can see my power, not in. My mother is pounding food for my wife will go and hold her. She won't do it. She will not make that mistake. That she goes and my mother is pounding one hand and my wife will go and collect. If you eat the food, see them. We have to teach you this marriage game. You are spoiling the thing. Nobody is forcing you to buy a gift for your mother-in-law. By force. Ask your question, boss.
Yes, sir, Bishop.
Why are people interested in your question like that?
Yeah, because I have very important questions.
Go ahead.
For all to said, they are all on point, but there's a particular statement you just made. That one I don't agree with you.
I'm not here for anybody to agree with me.
Yes,
so go ahead.
You just said this is the third time I've heard you say it.
Then I will stop saying.
Let's go to problems for arguing with a lot of people about you saying that when you go home and you meet somebody sleeping with your wife, you won't do anything with it. That one, I don't think you are super. You can't stand it.
So when you go home and somebody is sleeping with your wife, what will you do? I want to learn.
If it were to be you, if it's you, I will kill you and kill my wife.
Okay, so all right, okay. So that is all I want. No, that is all I want. You, when you go and meet, you will kill me and kill what?
I kill my wife.
What is your reason for killing me?
Because she's my brother.
Don't worry. Brother, relax. Hello, Barry, stand. Barry, stand and learn. Barry, learn. I want you to go into my archives in 2012. Was it 2012 or 2018? A man in Buffalo, there's a place in the US called Buffalo. He said the first day I said the thing, he insulted me and cursed me. He said he won't watch this thing again. And all of a sudden, he's a headmaster to a school, one of the biggest universities. He entered into his house. Then he saw somebody having sex with a wife. They say they have something they call the pool bar or something. They say it's a pool, they use it to play, not cricket, but there's another one. A stick. He said the first thing that came into his mind, that he saw it and wanted to carry and finish the man. But when he left, then my video came into his mind. What do you get?
Also, is it the wife you're talking about or a girlfriend? Because I'm not getting it.
But when your wife dies, what happens?
No, there's a difference between.
There's no difference. So your wife has given access to somebody. She's not being raped. If you respect, what you are seeing is an indecent exposure. Who invited you? You will kill the man and your hypocrisy kill the woman you love. You are wicked and stupid. You are not deserving to even be married on her.
I agree with you. So that is, I learned one thing from this about 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Use the microphone, please.
You made a very important statement.
Yes.
When you get into the room,
yes,
and you hear her shouting, it means that she's being raped.
So she needs assistance.
She needs assistance.
Thank you.
But you hear.
So me ha.
So yeah. There was a consensus. So then you can't. Yeah.
Mommy, do you understand? Once your wife is saying, "Oh, let me say," don't spoil the fun. The man didn't break the room. Somebody opened the door. And I keep saying every day, if you are here and you are cheating, cheat well. Because until you are caught, you are faithful.
I mean, I've never cheated on my wife.
But who says you have cheated? Kwame. 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 A man who says I've not cheated on my wife has a mental deficiency. Shut up. But who says you should tell us you have cheated? Do we want to know? The wife is sitting there. Madam, your husband have not cheated yet. Hello. We don't want to hear that. I want to really. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
My question is, it's 2 questions.
Okay, your own questions.
Number 1.
Yes.
Is Lamo a good?
Is what?
Lamo. That's the most.
Is it what? Yes, it's good. Yes. Tomorrow I'll teach you the importance of Tafribomski. Tafribomski is a term that I brought out. O Tafriabom, licking. Now we've changed the word to lick so well because of Kokonsa, lick so well.
Because some people are saying it's a man of God.
A man of God.
And then Tafribomski is close to a man.
Second question. Yes, there's nothing wrong with it. As a matter of fact, people that are very good in sex are very anointed men of God, like Prophet Emmanuel J. They are very good sexually. People who are very good in bed are people like Percy. Any man who worships well is very dangerous in bed. You play guitar. Instrumentalists are very bad, very, very bad people. So there's nothing sinful about licking. There's nothing. And medically, tomorrow we will learn the medical implications of licking and what we need to do so we don't get ourselves entangled with things. That's what I'm saying, that a neat vagina gives a very soothing licking. So there's nothing wrong with it. What's our second question?
Thank you very much. The second question is, you said something like when you go and meet your wife and another man in bed,
Yes.
you don't have the right to interfere.
Yes. Yes.
My question is, this should be my house.
Whose house?
Be my house.
Whose house?
My house.
It's our house.
Okay, our house.
Thank you. Go.
I come to you the man
In our house.
in our house.
Thank you.
It's actually interrupt.
Yes.
Okay, what about if I go to meet my wife in another man's room?
You are a visitor in that place. And they should deal with you because what do you want in their house? Look at the two things. Your wife was not tied to my house. Your wife came to my house and you have the guts to walk to my house to misbehave. I will discipline you. What's the but?
No, please, let me
What is serious?
Because for me to marry my wife, and then I'll go and meet another man.
Hello, for you to marry your wife and your wife to allow another man. Bible says when a married woman is raped, is a crime. When she gives consent, there's nothing wrong. In the realms of the spirit, those of us who practice the juju and the shrine, when you take a woman to a shrine because somebody has slept with her and she consented, no juju can do anything. It's a consent. So you need to be mature to be married. Small boys don't marry. Why? Why? Well, thank you all very, very much. And we'll continue tomorrow. But let me say this as I leave. I have said it and let me repeat that in this life we're living, your transitional life must not be wasted, because your destiny lies in your destination. You've not arrived yet. So in your transition, be careful the mistakes you make with your sexuality. 0277, I always say it everywhere I go, and for the sake of those on Facebook, 609-644. 0277 609-644. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
This prayer house, your hope of the prophetic excellence and prayer. Wherever you're watching us from, we invite you to the spiritual story adjacent to you. Come in and worship with us. God bless you. So I put our hands together for God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Has it been? Have you enjoyed yourself? Are you sure? It looks like what we are doing. The questions are not coming. Tomorrow coming.